My name is Bob LeBlanc and I'm the Vice President of Business Development for Trackmax Solutions. Insight is a business intelligence tool that we have been developing over the past several years that sits on top of our Trackmax database. The Trackmax database consists of all of the deals that a distributor gets from their manufacturer partners, to include any buy-side deals, any sell-side deals. In addition to that, we also get all of the sales transactions for that distributor down to the line item level. And last but not least, we get every single purchase receipt from each and every manufacturer. So that is the underlying database that the business intelligence tool Insight sits on top of. One of the key differences of Insight versus other BI solutions in the industry is that we actually get data on a daily basis. Most of our distributors who use Insight actually upload or download the information each night. So when I turn my computer on or the user turns their computer on the next morning, they're looking at everything that transpired through yesterday. So it's really real-time information, much more actionable, as opposed to a lot of the other BI solutions in the industry. They'll get aggregated data on a weekly or a monthly basis. Insight reports at what we call the adjusted gross profit level. So what we do is we take the gross sales, we subtract the cost to get gross profit, we then add back any deviated pricing that we get from the manufacturer, and then we add back any of the purchase rebates, any of the sales rebates, any of the marketing programs, and if you add all those back, we get to what we call the adjusted gross profit. One way that they would use Insight, a distributor, is that they would look at their most profitable category. And typically, 20% of the categories drive 80% of the profitability. So you take your most profitable category and then you look at your most profitable segment. For example, a distributor could look and see that their most profitable segment is pizza shops and sub shops. And then they could also look and see that their most profitable category is dairy, and a subcategory could be cheese that's very profitable. So therefore we just simply run a void matrix on the cheese voids that exist in all of their pizza and sub shops. We have a library of profitability reports, and those profitability reports clearly show the distributor which categories are the most profitable for them. Underneath the categories, it shows you which subcategory is the most profitable, and underneath that it shows you which customers are buying that are most profitable for that category. So you can look at profitability by category, you can see which suppliers are the most profitable for you. You can see which segments of the business that you sell to are the most profitable. And last but not least, you can see which salespeople deliver the most profitability to your customer, down to the DSR level, that are going to drive increased profitability for that distributor. If you only had 15 minutes to look at a report, there's two that I would look at within Insight. One is what we call a negative margin report. It shows all of the items that you sold the day before for less than your cost of goods. If you've not been getting deviated pricing from one of your suppliers, you want to know that right away so that you can correct that, because it will have an impact on your profitability and your margin overall. The second report that we recommend you look at daily is what we call a customer churn report. What we do is we take the last 3 weeks of purchases, it could be 4, and we compare that to the prior 3 weeks of purchases. And then we just look, is it up or down? And you can look at it by category, you can look at it by customer. The best way to look at it is by customer, because if you see that the trend is down, why? Is it because it's seasonality? Is it because you lost one particular SKU with that end user account? You can drill into that report as well, and if you can see that you're losing broadly across all the SKUs that you're selling that customer, you probably have a problem with that customer. A distributor can very easily measure their return on investment on Insight because they know how much they're paying on a monthly basis. They know what the small upfront charge is to implement Insight, and they're going to see the benefits of using Insight over time. In fact, most of our customers have paid for the use of Insight within the first couple of months that they use it, and they see it by identifying those customers where maybe they're not getting their bill back from the manufacturer. It's showing up where they're not getting any type of trade dollars or marketing dollars or earned income dollars from manufacturers. It sticks out like a sore thumb. These are hard dollars, so it's not like kind of fuzzy math. They can definitely see the money that they've earned as a result of using the product. The cost to implement Insight is we have to do some interface work, so there's a fixed fee to do that, which is not that significant. And on top of that, we charge a monthly fee to use the product. Unlimited number of seats. So if you have 100 people in your organization, all 100 people can use Insight. In fact, we want them to use Insight because regardless of the functional area in your organization, we want to make sure that people are using the business intelligence tool and getting the maximum use out of it throughout the organization. All of our products, especially Insight, is designed around optimizing profitability for the distributor. We all know that the industry is not growing. In fact, it has pulled back about 5%. So we all have to work smarter. And we have to identify those opportunities that are not going to just deliver volume, but are going to deliver profitable volume for that distributor.